Yeah.
Come on, man. What's up? They supposed to be here any second. You smell good. What's that?
That's my special mix. I mix cologne. I take anything, and if it smells good that day, that's what I mix.
Oh, it's
But you like that?
Mm-hmm. I don't need to go there. I smelled it already. I guess that's
Let me
them.
get that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's good stuff.
Hello.
Hello. We're here today to meet in person with the marriage mentors. Sonia and Derek, we've been going through counseling via Zoom. They prefer to see people face to face. They can feel your vibe, check your aura, look at your atmosphere, see how you interact, and that actually plays a role in their perspective. How y'all been? Y'all had a good week? Busy but good.
Yeah, so over the last 2 sessions, you guys talked about what's important to you both.
Right.
And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you a piece of paper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This paper represents what's important to you. What I want you to do is hold the paper on one side, Maurice hold the other paper on the other side, like that. Think about what you talked about in our sessions, and think about what you will let go.
And we want you to say what that is.
Right.
You remember what it was?
Time.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And
And sex.
I think that sex is an act. Intimacy is a connection. And I think that, ultimately all relationships, especially husband and wife, should be at that level of the best intimacy, the heightened state of intimacy.
Talk through what's important to you both. And then whoever's gonna want to relinquish that to the other.
So at the end of this task, one or the other person is supposed to have the paper?
Yep.
Right. Exactly.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mhm.
So talk that out with each
You're
other.
talking it out.
I feel like I don't get enough quality time.
So,
And vice versa.
am I willing to release, sex?
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, sex is kind of important. So if what's important to you, right, is more time. And what's important to me is sex. If I give up more of that time, like let's say we set an extra day or 2 per week, can those be like 6 days?
What?
Intimacy doesn't begin at all with sex, in my opinion. I do think in Reese world, as we call it, intimacy is equivalent to sex. Like they're one and the same, you know. I think intimacy starts long before sex.
Sex every day.
Maurice, we'll have sex at 6 o'clock and you're pulling a pass down at 10 o'clock. It's never enough.
What day goes by and you're like, you know what, I just don't want to eat today? My question is, how much sex is excessive?
He wants what he wants, but he doesn't want to transfer that over into the meat in the middle.
The sex we've had is for you. You know
So
what
you're
I'm saying?
forcing yourself.
I'm not forcing, I'm just not getting the same thing out the deal that I used to.
My sex life is never not on my mind during just treatment. Sex is just like a natural occurrence, and it happens. You can't suppress it.
So the time that you're giving me is going to be sex?
It's gonna be more time with you, though. Right?
No, I need time outside of that.
So,
That's what makes the sex better.
but how can we have more sex if we're doing more of that?
Oh, that's the secret, friend.
Okay, so
Because that's what I need to get what you need.
right, but I'm saying that if right now we're extremely busy, both of us, not just me. If we're giving up a bunch of that to get to more time that we're hanging out and all the rest of this stuff, right? Then that's eliminating potential sex time.
I don't think that eliminates good sex time. I think that makes it better, more fulfilling, to be perfectly honest.
Okay.
To where, quite frankly, maybe you don't want it as much because there's just better sessions. Time.
What did it mean to you when Kimmy said it's the time that will make sex more quality?
I believe that she believes that.
Okay. Well, you don't believe that?
When we have more time, it's usually on vacation. On vacations, you say, I wanted too much.
Because I think there's a level of too much. Like, I do.
Sorry. Some of that is me not being in the emotional space 22 or 3 times.
There might be some hypersexuality going on. In your mind, you really think that most women are able to just sexually perform several times a day, every day?
I heard coming up that I can lay down longer than you can stand up.
Oh, who told you that?
I mean, it's the same I heard coming up.
Oh, dear.
What does the plan look like based on what you guys have shared today? Because Kenny needs more time and connection and those things.
Nah,
Why are you saying it's not gonna happen?
That's the space. But that's the space, that's why we're here.
That's
But that energy,
Like if we-
when he says that,
That's
that's
not why.
frustrating to me.
But he said it for a
Because it's
reason.
a negative thought, and it doesn't perpetuate positivity in that space.
Please. How about a double espresso martini?
Oh, that's the secret, friend.
Okay, so you.
Because that's what I need.
And those things.
I'm not gonna say I'm gonna give up sex because I'm not.
I mean, we would never imply that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you shouldn't have to give up sex.
You might give up 2-3 times a day.
I'm just saying, like, I just
He's
think
working me down,
I
guys.
just think that's not normal.
I'm not saying that I'm going without, right? It's like going to the refrigerator, right? If I want to go to the refrigerator once, if I want to visit the refrigerator 3 times that day,
Right,
right?
right,
I don't want the refrigerator to be there.
right. The question would be, why did you go to the refrigerator 3 times?
It's just if you feel like it that day.
Right. And
Yeah.
what is the feeling around that?
I think desire for my wife.
I think it's more than that.
Desiring to having sex multiple times in a short period of time
Mhm.
is probably coming from self-soothing because it becomes addictive. It becomes pacifier. You think about a baby pacifier. When a baby cries, we put a pacifier in their mouth and they feel better for the moment. That may be the reasons why we talked about it the last session.
You told us your all's childhood stories, right?
The experiences that you had about the food and the refrigerator had a lock on it. Okay, who put the locks on the door on the refrigerator?
My dad.
And how did you feel about your dad putting the lock?
I was angry at my father.
You were angry at your father.
Yes, very angry.
Very angry. And there's a feeling before you got angry.
I was confused.
Felt confused.
I get it growing up. When you're responsible for 210 meals a week,
Mercy.
I'm saying that's a lot of
That's a
food.
lot, yeah.
He's just trying to ration the food. When you're a kid, you're like, dude, why the hell do we have a lock on the damn refrigerator? Right? Because it doesn't make sense. Why have all these kids if they can't eat?
How did you feel?
I felt like stuff is fundamentally unfair. I felt cheated. I felt and still feel that food should be in the refrigerator is meant to be consumed. I don't understand why you can't eat the food that's in the cupboard.
So that explains confused. Any other feelings that came before anger?
Embarrassed. When people came over, yes, embarrassing.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Kenny, if you were knowing him at 12 years old, what would you do?
I would have snuck him in some food and hugged him and loved on him.
You try to think through some of the things he brought from childhood. And so when you look at how people were raised, you start to understand how they are as adults. And it helps to understand how we find the middle.
How did you, this is deep, Maurice, you ready for this one?
Hey, let's go.
How did you soothe yourself?
Soothe myself?
Yeah.
Like growing
Answer the
up?
question.
Yeah.
You
Tell
try.
them about the magazines in the thing.
Oh.
Over the magazines, and over the bathroom, in
Yeah,
the ceiling,
yeah,
don't
we
play.
had our older siblings. They had a Looney book or a porn
Say it.
video or something. And,
Yeah.
you know, that was
They kept their head up in
Yeah.
the thing, and then if somebody took it and used it and didn't put it back,
We're
they'd
like-
be mad.
yeah. People were like, wait, who took the book and what does it call? And everybody acted like it wasn't there.
Everybody needed the pacifier. Right. That was a way to soothe yourself.
Self-soothing is that's a new term of art. I like it. It doesn't sound as crass as what I envision what a teenager does with a duty book.
Kenny, how do you feel when you don't feel connected or the attention or the time that Maurice, that you desire? How does that make you feel?
I felt sad.
say that to you. You said it to us. And we want Maurice to respond to what you just said.
So in those times, I feel disconnected, I feel unloved, I feel sad because I don't understand. It doesn't seem like a big ask in my book.
I don't ever want you to feel like that. I feel like you're my life partner. I'm trying to learn how to love you better, and through therapy, I'm learning that I lack emotional intelligence, significantly lack emotional intelligence.
I know you had it tough as a kid. And I'm sorry for that. You know that I am. And so sometimes I just make the excuse in my head, like, oh, he didn't have this, or he didn't have this, or he didn't have that. And so I don't talk about it, and I make excuses. But I wanted to move forward with therapy because I don't want to make excuses for things that I feel like I deserve in our marriage.
I don't ever want you to think or to hesitate, okay? I may not have it, but I'm gonna get it.
I know. I know. Every marriage has their ups and downs. Maurice and I included. We're resilient in every aspect of the word. We've had stuff way up here. We've had breast cancer way down here. And part of the things that we learn in therapy is the resilience of us is being able to learn tools of communication and how to interact with each other.
Can I just affirm you?
Yeah.
Because so many men of color are afraid to do what you're doing. You know, women were socialized to talk. Talk therapy is what we do anyway. We don't talk to each other, we'll cry, we'll call our girlfriends on the phone. We'll, you know, when you all get together, what do y'all do? Grunt and do sports. You know what I mean? But we're like, girl, how'd you feel? Right. You know, we were socialized to do that. So when a grown man says, I'm gonna do therapy, oh, they give you a sentence.
Yeah.